Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by today's video. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're returning, thank you and you're greatly appreciated. Well, let me just dive right on into it. Where have I been? Well, I actually been taking it a little easy. As you know, videos back when I was making over my office, you seen me wear this little vibrator on the lower part of my back. Well, the lower left of my back has really been giving me some problems. And long story short, I did go to the doctor, had x-rays done. They couldn't see anything. I'm going to have to follow back up, have to go get an MRI. The doctor did tell me to take it easy. And so when I'm working out, my lower back, it's only the lower left. It's not bothering me. But if I'm standing for a long time, so like if I'm painting and doing all of this other stuff for some reason, even if I'm standing long periods of time cooking, my back is really bothering me in that lower left small area. I think it's sciatica. That's just me self-diagnosing myself. But we'll see. So I am on medication, taking it easy as he stated. And so that is what I have been doing for the past 2 weeks. So I haven't been doing any projects around the house or anything. I truly been taking it easy. So in today's video, what I'm doing is I'm actually going to move this storage. Okay. I know I shouldn't be doing it, but there are things I need to get done. And when I want it done, I want it done. So I'm removing everything out of this storage, and I'm going to move the storage over and have it facing another direction. I'm also going to take the storage and lift it up off the ground and all of that. This fence that you see there, that is actually not our fence. So we had a privacy fence and we removed our fence a couple of years ago, as well as this tree that you see in the video. It's not on our property line either, but not the current homeowner, because the house is being rented out. But the owner prior to her, which was years ago, took down the privacy fence and he built another fence. Well, when we came home from work, he actually put the fence and put the tree on our side, when before the tree was actually on the other side of the fence. So you couldn't even visually see this tree. But that's another story. So, that's not our fence. Now, the fence on the other side is not ours as well. It has fallen down. You can see over into the neighbor's yard. It is being rented out as well, and it is very disturbing. So I actually spoke with my husband about solutions of what we can do to cover that so that we don't have to look over into the neighbor's yard, because it is not appealing to see at all. Okay. But you'll see that later on in my upcoming project. I'm just taking some time to do that. So I'm removing everything out. There are some other things that I'm taking out that I'm not going to put back in here, like the miter saw. I think my air pressure for my nail and stapler gun and some other things. I'm going to put that actually in the big storage. This storage I'm going to use for mostly my crafting things and things like I decorate. I have containers that are labeled that I use that I can just come in and it's hands reach. And so, as well as like some of my scrap wood, I'm putting it in here because I know that I will constantly be going in and out of this, and it'll be easy for me to access it versus me putting it into the large storage unit. So as I stated, I'm just removing those out and going to move the storage, get it lifted up off the ground, and whatnot. I know it's way over, but I hope everyone did have a nice Mother's Day. I rested on Mother's Day. I spent majority of my day resting. My back was bothering me a little bit later that evening. I stopped by to see my mother, to wish her Mother's Day, and I was back home to rest. So as I stated, I have been taking it easy. So what I'm doing now is I'm just measuring the storage so I know how large it would be when I move it over into this area here, because I have ideas of what I want to do here. And so that is what I'm doing now. So I'm just measuring it off, taking these bricks to see exactly where. I don't want it high off the ground, but I'm going to use the bricks as well, because I have other bricks that make sure that I leveled it out. Because, of course, I'm not going to do any digging at this moment. And so that is what I'm doing to get this storage moved. I am going to move this storage off camera, and then you'll see me come back, and then the storage is already in place. And then I'll start back just putting in the items. So, of course, I'm sweeping and going to blow it out and then start moving things in. I have this little shelf that I had before, and this shelf actually was in my office that used to be on site at my job. And so when we came home during the pandemic and, of course, permanent at home, I ended up putting it in the storage. And so it was tucked off back into the off-site storage. And so when we brought everything here, I just completely just cleaned it off, and then I'm utilizing it in here. So just to piggyback, how did I get to the point to where my back was hurting so bad that I had to go to the doctor? I have always had issues with this lower left really quick. But, of course, I just been putting it off. But it's been bothering me for years. But it never been to the point to where how it is now. So, if you recall, I stated back that the storage unit was being delivered on that Monday. I think it was the 28th. Well, I work out every day, okay? Monday through Thursday. Fridays and Saturdays are additional days if I go. So each day I got off work, I went and worked out at the gym. Well, once I left the gym, my husband and I went to the storage every day, and we moved things from the off-site storage to the storage here at the house. And I think that is where I completely overdid it. I didn't want to miss days at the gym. And I did want to take advantage of my husband being on vacation that week, and I didn't want us to do it all in one day. So I figured that it'd just be best if we go each day to get everything completely cleared out. And so we went that Monday. Everything was completely cleared out that Friday. Yes, that Friday. And so I think that was the final point. I had actually did too much that week and just caused it. And I was in pain that entire weekend, and called the doctor, went to the doctor, and went in, and I just been in pain. And so as I stated, then of course that Mother's Day I rested, but even then it was still aching. Even with the medication, it's like it wasn't working. And so I just completely just took the time to just rest. So that is what I truly been doing, is resting. I've been, doing things like normal things, not a whole lot of major cleaning, but still cleaning and doing regular housework, not to overwork what I've been doing. So that's that. Well, now you can see that I'm putting things back into the storage. I have the containers in there. I put the shelf in the back. I put in the cardboard boxes because I'm using those boxes. I have a lot of them. I have some here in the house that is broken down as those as well. And I will be using those actually in upcoming projects for the front and the backyard. And so I think I'm going to tackle maybe the backyard first to try to work on this project that I've really been putting off. I even done changed my mind how I'm going to do it, but I'll explain that in the next video when that take place. So I'm just putting back in the scrap wood right now. And then once I put that scrap wood back in, I'm then going to put the other items that I need to put over into the other storage. And then that'll be basically it. I did leave out those flower pots. Those flower pots I purchased back in July of last year. I even got those. They was from Walmart and they was actually 60% off. And I had got 5 of them. And what I was going to use them for, I have changed my mind and I'm now not going to use those. I actually went today because I went yesterday to Sam's and seen the 22-inch wide wine barrel flower pots. And they had those on sale for $14 and some odd cents. And everyone knows those pots are very expensive. So I'm going to use these pots for something else now. I'm going to take the miter saw and those and it's going into that storage. I have all those. I had 30 18 by 18 pavers that used to be under my old storage. I pulled those out because I'm using those for next project. Thank you so much for stopping by today's video, and I will see you in the very next video. Thank you.